So, good day everyone. Again, this is Dexter G. Cordova, and for today, I'll be discussing my assignment number two. So, our assignment number two is all about the security threats. So, sa assignment na to, we are tasked to search for a company or for a business na naka-experience na ng threats or naka-experience na ng attacks or naka-experience na sila ng threats or attacks against the other, yung mga hacker ganyan. Basta sila yung mga, naka-experience na ng mga ganoong bagay. So for me, dahil nga ang assignment number one ko is all about the BDO. So parang tinignan ko since it's a big company, big banking company. So inisip kong ganyan, baka may mga hindi ba't since malaki na siyang company, is it parang kung titingnan natin, they are more prone to the hackers since money, banking yon. So maraming pera, maraming mga investors doon. So inisip ko baka may mga issues or may time na ba na na-hack or nagkaroon ng issue yung BPO. So that's why through research doon ko nalaman or doon ko na nakita na nagkaroon naman ng hacking or scam incident in terms of BPO. And eto yung nangyari, which is yung the story of Mark Nagoyo. So, eto yung pinaka-recent na nangyari or I think hindi ko alam kung ito yung pinaka-recent pero ito yung isa sa pinaka, um, kilala or pinaka, nakakatakot na nangyari sa BPO and it happened nung, the story happened in the late November up to early December of 2021. So, yung, pangyayaring ito is nangyari siya or based sa mga reports na nakalap ng mga pulis, yung, pag-hack is nangyari siya around 10 PM at hanggang 5 AM. So, kung mapapansin niyo yung time, it's around 10 PM to 5 AM. Ito yung time na ginamit ng mga hackers since eto yung time na nakatulog yung mga tao. Since kung mga nakatulog yung mga tao, hindi nila mapapansin or hindi nila namamalayan or hindi sila gano'n ka-focus or gano'n sila ka-invested dun sa bangko nila kasi wala, eh, nakatulog sila. Ito yung time of sleeping. Kaya ang sabi dito, people woke up, check their accounts and notice, they have less money. So, tulog sila, paggising nila the next day, nabawasan na yung pera nila. So upon checking their transaction, they discovered they have at least 50,000 transferred to a Union Bank account named Mark Nogoyo. Eto yung pangalan nung bank pinag-transferan nila. So natulog sila, paggising nila yung bank account nila nabawasan na ng 50,000 at ang common denominator is na-transfer siya sa nagngangalang Mark Nagoyo. So, most of the victims here, ang nawala sa kanila 50,000. So, bakit 50,000? 50,000 because yun lang yung maximum transfer per transaction. Yun lang kasi yung maximum na puwede na nilang i-transfer per transaction. Hindi nila puwedeng dagdagan or damihan. Unlike sa ibang yun yung karamihan, pero may mga ibang, mga, owners there or mga clients na nag-suffer ng mas malala kasi may mga nag-suffer ng 150,000 kasi nga, nagkaroon sila ng multiple transactions doon sa account nila. So, based on reports, in total ng incident na ito nagkaroon or ang naging biktima or ang nag-suffer sa incident na ito are 700 accounts. So, based on reports and investigation, it shows, that incident was made possible through hacking. So, yun na nga sabi ko kanina, nangyari ito dahil may hackers. And then additionally, sabi din nung, president ng, BDO, yung incident daw has something to do with a web service that is due for retirement in 2022. So days after the said incident, dun na nga nagsilabasan yung mga, clients na nag-suffer or naging victims nung, incident ni Mark Nagoyo. So dito, dahil nga, madaming tao or naging victims nung, scam na yun, ang nangyari gumawa sila ng mga, na gumawa sila ng Facebook page at pinangalanan nila yung Mark Nagoyo Video Hack, where they shared their sentiments or kung ano yung nangyari sa kanila or ilan yung mga nawala sa kanila. So, lahat sila or most of them or lahat sila halos, they claimed na hindi man sila nag-click. 'Di ba ang hacking sabi natin kanina nangyayari ano, pagkakalam natin ang hacking nangyayari siya 'pag may clinic ka na website na hindi naman talaga website or meron nag-email sa'yo tapos inopen mo yung email, puwede kang ma-hack dun or puwede namang may may na-receive kang OTP tapos yung OTP na yun sinend mo sa ibang tao. Pero in this incident, what makes it different is that wala naman silang na-receive na emails, wala silang na-receive na links or hindi sila nag-click ng any links, and wala rin silang na-receive na any OTP messages at all. So yun yung parang pinakapalaisipan dito sa um, nangyaring incident na 'to. So, after further investigation, it was discovered that the account name Mark Nagoyo of Union Bank does not exist and only a fake account, a fake name and not a real name. So, dun palang word pa lang na Mark Nagoyo, parang yung Nagoyo pa lang na word, parang hindi na siya kapani-paniwala. Kasi in Filipino, ang Nagoyo parang naisahan, parang naiputan, nalamangan ka or nagoyo ka na nalamangan ka or naiputan ka na. Doon pa lang parang it was suspicious na hindi gano'n katama yung or hindi na, katotohanan yung pangalan niya. Pero later on, yung BDO pledged on December 12, 2021 to reimburse the lost funds to the fraud victims and it made a promise to improve its IT security. And then after 2 days, the 700 accounts that are affected are already reimbursed, but in exchange, they sign a waiver wherein they will not be filing legal charges against the bank. So, after 2 days or after yung dami ng nag-issue na lumalabas, um, ang dami ng clients yung lumalabas and um, ang dami ng victims yung nagsasalita. So, ni-reimburse ng, BDO ngayon pero in return hindi sila magfa-file ng cases, hindi sila magkakaso doon sa bangko. So, on December 15, 5 suspect yung, na-distinguish or anong tawag dito, na-distinguish or point of interest. 2 dito ay Nigerian nationals and 3 Filipinos were arrested for the hack. So, sabi dito, sabi sa mga nabasa ko, etong mga Filipino daw na mga 'to ay mga employees or nagwo-work mismo sa Union Bank. Yun yung sabi pero hindi siya gano'n ka-clear. Pero pinaniniwalaan na itong mga Filipinos na mga inaresto na 'to are mga nagtatrabaho mismo sa Union Banks. Kasi oo nga naman, bakit nila malalaman, 'di ba? Kasi nga may security naman kahit papaano yung, BDO pero nakalusot. So, ibig sabihin, siguro for me nasa internal or nasa loob na mismo ng company yung may kasalanan. Later, it was discovered by BSP that some of the stolen funds from BDO were transferred to another banks aside from Union Bank. And then after days of investigation, lastly, nung December or January 21, 2022, the 5 suspects were arrested. So, dun inaresto na yung mga, suspects nung January 21, 2022. And then hindi na gano'n pinalawak since nabayaran naman na yung mga, clients, na-reimburse na naman na yung mga nawala sa kanila at nahuli naman na yung mga suspects. And nag-promise naman na yung BDO that they will, improve its IT security. So, ano yung pinapakita sa atin nitong, incident na 'to in BDO? This incident is hard to tell if it's a scam or a hack. Kasi nga 'pag, sinabi nating scam, it is voluntary. Ikaw mismo yung nag-click, ikaw mismo yung nag-send nung OTP sa another person or ikaw mismo yung naka-receive or ikaw mismo yung nag-click nung emails, gano'n. Pero dito kasi sa incident na 'to, wala namang nangyaring gano'n. So, it is, safe to say that it was because of hacking. Kahit ano man yung mangyari dito sa kung if it's hacking or scam, one thing is for sure, it is not the fault of the customer. Kasi nga wala naman silang na-receive na OTP, wala naman silang na-receive na emails, and wala rin naman silang pinagbigyan ng mga messages. Instead, it's the fault of the company itself. Yes, since clients are claiming that they did not do anything, like clicking malicious websites or receiving OTP, this shows that the real problem is in the company itself. So, to sum it up, since money is involved in the incident and money is one of the most important things that a person can have, it is a must that a bank should have a great information security. Siyempre, pera na yun ng tao eh. Ininvest niya dun sa'yo. Biruin mo na lang, for example, if a person is nag-work siya ng ilang years, ta's nilagay niya sa bangko, and then matutulog siya, and then paggising niya wala na siyang pera. So that's why it is important, especially for banks na nagho-hold ng mga financial assets, mga cash or mga pera ng mga tao. It is really important that they have a information security na hindi gano'n kadali na pasukin ng mga hackers and mga scammers. So having a great information security helps to ensure that the information and assets of a customer are kept safe. And then lastly, having such a great security will ensure both parties, the bank and the clients will not suffer any damage at all. Kaya nga sinasabi ko kanina, para hindi na rin ma-damage or hindi na rin magbayad or hindi na magbayad ng or hindi na mag-reimburse yung company or hindi na rin, mag-suffer yung mga clients, it is important na meron na silang, um, great security so that yung mga threats na meron sa surroundings natin is kaya nating, i-control or hindi sila agad-agad makapapasok sa company natin since we are handling a great number of amount or a great number of money. So, that's it. Thank you for listening. Thank you for listening. Yun lang po. Thank you everyone.